Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Paul's You. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Oh, wrong show. I'm your host, Paul Schwartz. Today's topic on Paul's You is a little different than the usual topics. This one is a little bit more personal. This topic is my Aunt Esther. Esther was the older sister of my mom. She was married to my Uncle Hi, and they lived in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. I used to pass Ebbets Field as a kid when we'd go visit them. In the 60s, Esther and Hi moved to a new place in Coney Island, Brooklyn. It was called, and probably still is, Trump Village, named after the developer and owner, Fred Trump. So what I'm about to share with you is what was shared with us not recently about something that occurred 50 years ago, but it was conveyed to us in real time 50 years ago. This is before electronic funds transfer. And my Aunt Esther Wood told us this story where on the first of the month, when the residents had to pay their monthly rents or whatever their fees were, they would go down to the management office of Trump Village. And my Aunt Esther said that the first of the month, everyone in the office, the staff, was scurrying around trying to take in the money that was due on the first of the month. And it was, in her words, a madhouse. What she conveyed to us, what she shared with us, was her amazement that everyone in the office was scurrying around to meet the demand, except for one individual, the owner's son, who was there to make sure that the money was all collected, but sat there, and these are her words, not mine, like he was king shit. Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Look, fortunately, my Aunt Esther and Uncle Hi, they passed on some 20 years ago and didn't live to see him become president. But the more things change, the more they stay the same. And so what happened in Coney Island was just moved many, many years later to Pennsylvania Avenue in D.C. He moved his lazy ass with him. Why do I say that? Well, you know, there is a saying that a cluttered desk is a sign of genius. Albert Einstein apparently had a cluttered desk. Mark Twain had a cluttered desk. Thomas Edison had a cluttered desk. Steve Jobs had a cluttered desk. Those are signs of genius. This is the cluttered desk, or lack thereof, of one Donald J. Trump. As I said, he brought his lazy ass to D.C. Why is this important? Well, clearly because the man can't read. All you have to do is follow the way he reads on the teleprompter to realize that. So that's one of the reasons that he has nothing on his desk, because he doesn't read. How you prepare for all the decisions that have to be made at the executive level of the presidency of the United States without preparing, well, you'd have to ask him that. So what is the point of this story? The point is that he is hopefully going to be taken down by the smoking gun that he provided. And so he is going to be, the reign of king shit is going to come to an end because of asking for help on the 2020 election from a foreign entity, the Ukraine. Trying to get the Ukraine government involved in the 2020 election is okay, is because they want to investigate Joe Biden. Well, if it's about corruption and not about influencing the 2020 election, then why wasn't this asked for 2.5 years ago? Why would it wait till Biden is the front runner? These are things to think about. Okay, so yes, we started with my Aunt Esther, but hopefully we're going to be ending with king shit being removed from office.